secret that the wedding industry has a pretty vested interest in how much you spend on your big day. Everything from rings to decorations to dresses to food can really rack up quite a bill. In fact, according to the wedding website The Knot, the average cost of an American wedding is $31,213. But hey, it's worth it if having the perfect wedding means having the perfect marriage too, right? Not so fast. According to researchers at Emory University, the amount of money you spend on your big day can be associated with how long your marriage lasts, but maybe not in the way you might expect. Their research found that, generally speaking, the more money you spend on your wedding, the less likely your marriage is to succeed. According to the study, men who spent between $2,000 and $4,000 on their engagement ring had a higher chance of getting divorced than men who spent between $500 and $2,000. And the women who spent over $20,000 on a wedding were almost 4 times more likely to get divorced than women who spent between $5,000 and $10,000. Why is this? Well, researchers aren't sure, but remember, correlation is different from causation. One theory links these higher wedding costs with higher stress levels. If you're stressed out about going into debt over your wedding, your marriage is already getting off to a pretty rocky start. However, the study also found that those with more guests at their wedding tended to succeed more than those with a smaller guest list. Along with that, other factors significantly related with a lower chance of divorce included having a relatively high household income, going on a honeymoon, and regularly attending religious services. And remember, the point of marriage isn't to have a lavish wedding. Marriage is primarily meant to bring us joy and God glory. In 1 Corinthians 10:31, Paul encourages us, so whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. So be sure to keep that perspective in mind when deciding how much money you want to spend on your celebration. So for all you engaged couples out there, here's a couple of tips to help your wedding planning go smoothly. Number 1, skip the fancy aisle runners and instead have a conversation with each other about what you want your big day to be focused on. Number 2, come up with a budget to prevent any unnecessary financial strain during planning. And number 3, remember that the wedding is just one day and marriage is till death do you part. Keep the focus there. If you want more tips on marriage and relationships, you can check out our website at cmr.biola.edu. Happy planning!